Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. Today I'll make another video on the same series of lazy programming series, and I'm hoping like this may encourage the lazy people to start learning a Python itself and start coding also. So here I'm come with another video, and in this video I'll try to cover a list and the dictionary. These are two concepts. Just try to get it covered and separately in the same video itself. So these are two different topics, but I wanted that to be get it club and just get it explain you in one video itself. It might be a longer video as the code and the theory part, a lot of things to be in the theory part I'll try to get it covered. Then we go to the practical section where we are seeing the code, how exactly when we are running the code itself, what are the things we can retrieve it, what are the possibilities, methods we can utilize it. Everything I'll try to get it covered in this video itself. So just go through it. I hope like you're not able to understand in one shot itself, so you just have to break that in two parts. Just go with the list first and then apply the code, run that, understand each and every section for it, then go for the another section which we call as a dictionary, where just understand the concept first, then go for the code itself, copy that, paste on your PyCharm on any other compiler itself, and then run it, compare the results and go through the video once again itself at the time of the practical section, so that it's easy for you to understand that. Okay, so what we have to do, we just have to start proceeding further with the theory part first. So if you're talking about the list, what's the need of the list itself? So that was one of the thing, the concept of list will be getting introduced in Python. So in Python itself, a list is a versatile and a widely used data structure that allow you to store and manipulate a collection of items. Lists are mutable, meaning you can modify their elements by adding, removing or updating values. So like whenever you have a requirement, you want to update something, you want to remove something, you want to add something, you can do it very well in case of list itself. Each element in a list can be of any data types. That's a core section for it, which I just want to get it covered in the example itself. So any type of data you can utilize it in a list. Like it's nothing like that if you are putting 3 entries of integer, then you have to put only the integer entry in the whole list. No, that's not the thing. In list itself, we can put few entries of the integer also. If we have the requirement to put a string entry, we can do that. If we want to put some entry of float also, we can do that. So in same list, we can put an entry as per need. So there's nothing like a restrictions which we have it. If we're talking about the example itself, so if I'm making one of the list with the name my list itself, I'll just put if I just want to put the entries like 1, 2, 3, these are the integers. Now I just want to put a next entry as a string itself, so I'll just put a name as Sam or 4, whatever is it. Then after that, I want to put the next entry as a float, that I call it as a 5.0 itself. So it's feasible for you can use that in a list itself. Python provides several built-in functions for making with lists. Some commonly used list functions which we are using it over here itself. So we'll just start further with that, the name first, and then I'll explain you about each and every methods about it, what actually the purpose of it and how we can utilize it. So go ahead further with that. Length is one of the thing which we have to call it as a len. Then we are going for the append, why we are using it, insert, remove. Now we have the pop, index, count, sort, reverse. So these are the, I can say that these are the functions which we are coming under the category of the list itself. If we're talking about the built-in function, we are utilizing it for in the context of the list. Now go ahead further with the length itself. So return the number of elements in a list. We can get it with the length itself. If we are using a keyword length, then we can get it that very easily. With that document I'll provide it from my side in my video description section. You can get that very easily. You can go through it, each and every line I have put it from my side. So right now I'm just reading it, the content, and just try to get it explain you. Even if you're not able to understand, just go through the document with my blog also, you can get the details about it very well. So don't worry about it if you're not able to understand how exactly things are going on and I'm not able. So at the time, it's far better when you're seeing this video, just open the document in front of you and you can able to visualize what are the things. I'll just try to get it explain you. Now going further with the append, if we are using the append, add an element to end of the list. Take example, we have one list and we want to add something like list. In the list itself we want to add something new which we call it as an append. Then in that case at the end, just after the end of it, we are adding that new value itself. So that's coming under the category of the append. Now taking example, if it's insert an element at a specific position in the list. So if we want some things to be get added in the list, and we have to get it specify which position, which location we have to put that. Taking example, either on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the location is it, we have to get it defined. So using the insert, we can insert it at that location. Even we can override as per our need itself. Okay, remove is also doing the same thing. We simply have to put like which location we want to get it removed, and we can do that very easily. Okay, so location is most important for insert and the remove. We have to use it. Now go ahead further with the pop. Like taking example, as per the append, as we are adding it at the end, definitely it's the same reverse of it. In the pop, whatever the last entry we have it, that will be get it removed. So when we are using it with a list, a pop, then in that case, whatever the last entry we have it in a list, that will get it removed. And multiple times we are using it, then automatically each and every element which we have it from the right side to the left, from the right to the left, then in that case every entry will be get it removed. Simultaneously we are using the pop continuously. If we're talking about the index, return the index of the first occurrence of a specific value in the list. Talking about the count, return the number of occurrence of a specific value in the list. So taking example, if you want to identify, like taking example 1, 2, 3, and if I'll use the one number multiple time in the list itself. So if I just want to identify like whether how many time we have the number 1, number 2 in the whole list, like how many time we are repeating the same number again and again, then we have to use the count. By this way we can able to find out and identify like how many time replication of it, or I can say that a duplication of the same number we are using in the list itself, that we can identify easily with a count. Sort, we can do it like if we want to sort the whole, like if we have the numeric itself, then in that case it's a bit easy for us to sort it as per our need. So that we can do it very well, like as per our need itself we can sort it. If we are using a sort with a list itself, so whatever the list we have it gets sorted as per the increment itself, whatever is it. So it make it appropriate, like it's mainly be used for the numeric one only. So I'm talking about only the integer one. Then in that case it's a bit easy for you to make it in an appropriate sequence. For example, if it's an entry like we have it randomly, we are putting 9, 2, 3, then we are putting 11. So if we want to make it a sorting, then it's starting with 2, 3, then 9 and going to the 11 itself. That was a sorting itself. I'll just try to get it cover these things in my actual, like when we are talking about the code itself, that we are just discussing about it. It's a bit easy for you to understand that at the time itself. Go ahead further with that. Reverse is the same thing, like in case of sort itself, as it's coming from the sorting itself, reverse it's whatever that symmetry we are giving it, it's just make it a reverse of it. Like it doesn't matter like whether the smaller number is at the end, it doesn't matter for the reverse. Reverse is just reversing the whole list in a reverse section, like whatever the last entry we have it, that will become a first and then start it from right to the left itself. So that was a reverse function we have it. Now going further with that, I think that portion of the list is get it covered now. The rest portion will try to get it covered of code portion. When we are running the code, we will try to get it identify that. Now going to the another portion which we call it as a dictionary. So why we require the dictionary? So in Python itself, a dictionary is a built-in data type that allow you to store and retrieve keys value pairs. That's as per the need. Like in case of dictionary, we have one key and we have the value for that we call it combined, we call it as a dictionary itself. As obvious, like we have some word and for the meaning we are searching for it. So that was a similar type of thing is coming under the category of a dictionary in Python. It is flexible and powerful data structure that is commonly used for tasks like indexing, mapping and organizing data. So it's as obvious, like it's trying to get it mapping, indexing, everything is get it conducted using the dictionary itself. So we can perform such type of operations coming under the category of the indexing, mapping. It's done by the dictionary only. We have some basic operations and the function associated with the dictionary in Python itself that we try to get it covered in this. So if we want to create a dictionary, that is one of the thing. If we want to access a values, that also one of the thing. If we want to modify the values, that's also one of the thing. Adding a new key value pairs, that's also one of the thing we can try to get it cover. Removing the key values which is already present in the dictionary, that we can do that. If we want to checking if a keys exist, that also one of the things. So these are the things we can do it from our side just to get it perform the action as per our need itself. If we want to go ahead further with the methods, what are the methods coming under the category of the dictionary? So these are the few methods which I just want to call it, like keys is one of the method. Now the values is one of the method, items is one of the method, get is one of the method, pop, update. These are the key methods which we are using it just to fulfill the need which we have it when we are using the dictionary itself. Talking about the keys itself, return a value of the keys in the dictionary. When we are using a keys, then in that case we are returning a value of the keys, get it mapped to it. Like take example, if some word is given to whatever the meaning is over there itself, so when we are calling a keys itself, the meaning, or I can say that a value of it, get it returned from the dictionary. Going further with that values itself, it returns returns a view of all the values in the dictionary itself. Like when you're calling is as a values itself, that's a different case. Talking about the items, return a view of all the key value pairs at tuple itself that we are using the items. If you're talking about the get, like when we are retrieving something, returns the value for a given key. If the key is not found, then in that case it can return a default value for none. So if at any point of time we want to get something out of it, and if it's not present, then in that case a none will be getting returned over there itself. That was a concept of the get. Going further with that, pop is straightforward, same syntax, remove and return the value from the given. If the key is not found, it can return a default value as key error itself over there. Going for the update itself, update the dictionary with key value pairs from another dictionary, or in that's a concept itself. We can do it with the update itself. We want to update some key and the value itself, we can do it using the update itself. That's a possibility over there itself. These are some of the basic functions and the methods associated with the dictionary in Python, and dictionaries are widely used in various applications due to their efficiency in mapping and retrieving data itself. So whenever there is a concept which we are talking about where we want to retrieve some data, we have to use a key and the values. We are calling is that as a dictionary itself, where we are trying to get it map key and the values and try to get it retrieve the value as per our need, mapping, pointing the keys itself and get the value as per our need. Okay, now we're proceeding further with our practical section where we are seeing the code for both the things, for the list and the dictionary, and try to understand with the code itself how exactly the things are going in both the categories for it. Okay, so let me go to the system now and try to get it explain you about it, how exactly things are going further with that. Okay, so now going further with the practical section for it. So this is the code which we are using it for our need itself, for the list. Firstly, I'm just trying to get it explain you the list, and then we'll go for the dictionary itself. The code will be provided to you in the documentation, even on my blog also, so don't worry about it. Right now, just try to understand the concept and use it as per our need itself. Okay, just after this video itself, the next video, I'll definitely go with the practical video itself. I just wanted one challenge to be get it assigned to you, and now you have to work on it. Even the solution provided later itself, but I just wanted that to be get it utilized. Like the challenge, you have to take it, try to explore multiple ways itself, like not only those concepts which we have discussed so far itself. It's nothing like a class, school class itself, where we are just trying to get it explain you about it. I'll try to get it explain you about it, but try exploring other things also. That's I wanted all the time. Okay, so taking that as a reference and just go ahead further, just to try to explain, understand few other concepts also, just to solve the problem. What are the other ways by which using those concepts we can solve the challenge? Okay, so that concept I will give it to you. Even I'll just provide a solution also in the later video itself, but I wanted that a concept you just try to figure out what are the things we can use it to solve that challenge. Okay, so coming back to the same concept once again. So this is the dictionary, this is the list itself, I'm creating it right now from my side. I'll just put it a product's name itself. These are the products. Now if I want to print it, I can print it, that I can get the whole list, whatever that components. I'll just put it over here so I can able to get it. If I'm talking about this one, Okay, if I'll talk about this one also, if I'll just try to uncomment it, 1 minute, let me uncomment it. Okay, perfect. So I think most of the things I just want to get it uncomment. I think rest everything is proper. Okay, actually few things at the time of testing itself, I'll just try to uncomment just to get that output, as we are getting so many things in one shot, so that was the reason. So when we are trying to see 0 itself, we just have to see the switch itself. Now going further with that, if I'll just give it a new list, numbers equal to, these are the numbers I'm giving it from my side. Then if I just want to see the second number, then it's a 9. Then if I'm just talking about the next, once again I just want to give it this as an entry itself. Once again, there is no need of it, but I just want to check that once again. I want it to be get it sort. So what exactly that we just seeing it when we are running that and get that output. So sorting is bit easy itself. It's try to get it sort and make it that appropriate. Example, right now we can see 2, 7, 9, 11, 3. So 3 is coming at the end, which is not should be. So 3 should be coming before the 7 itself. That was a part of the sorting. So we are seeing that numbers in a list like 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, like from the increment section itself. That to be get it printed over here itself. If I wanted that to be get it reverse, so whatever the sort we are doing it, that to be get it reverse immediately. So 11 will be coming at the end over here in the sort, but if you're talking about the reverse, 11 is coming in the first position itself in the reverse, that we are trying to get it print. Now this is a slicing concept which we are using it for the list itself, so that we can do it. Just try to get it, explore it over here, just run that and get that result about it. I have explained these concepts in my last video itself, so it's a bit easy for you to understand that now. So use it, run it, and try to get it, compare it, how exactly we are getting this output. Now talking about the append, I'm just covering those things which is not which is untouched so far itself. I'm trying to go it further with that. I don't want to touch those things which we have already discussed in my last video itself. I don't want to spend the time on it once again itself. Okay, you just have to go through. If you have not seen that video, just go through it first, try to understand the concept, and then go it further with that. Now going further, the append section itself, as we have discussed about it, if we want to append it, we can do it in at the end of it. So that to be get added 7 at the end itself, and that we can get it print. Now proceeding further with that, if we want to be insert one value, we have discussed about insert itself. So if we want to put a value 67 and index, so there are two things which is coming under, like in a bracket itself, 2 comma 67. So over here itself, 2 is the index where we wanted that to be get it insert, and 67 is the value we wanted to be get it insert at the location 2. We want to get it print, that we can do that. If you're talking about the numbers, that list to be get it pop, so the last entry which we have did it from our side, that to be get it pop out, that we can do it using the pop function over here itself, and that we get it print. So then after that, once we have pop up and then we want to get it populate the whole list once again, then in that case we can able to get the list, but that value which is removed is not present over there itself. Okay, that is 7. I'm just giving you the idea about it. Now at the position 1, we wanted like we wanted this value to be get it add. Then in that case, if we just try to put, print once again, I can able to see like we can able to see 90 at the first position itself once again. Now go ahead further with that. If this is the one I'm using it over here itself, this will give us an error, as this is immutable. Like tuple, when you're talking about this is immutable itself, you can't do that. You can't add some value over there itself. That was the reason. If I'll just uncomment this and run this, we are getting the error over here itself. If I'll just make it a TP equal to 1 comma and try to print it, we get 1 comma only. That is the output we are getting it. Okay, let me run this code once again for you and make you understand about it. So we have discussed about each and everything about it. I don't think so like we just have to get it map each and every output itself. It's bit easy for you just to understand the output and with the code itself which have provided. And then after that, if you think like anything is not appropriate about, just let me know about it. But so far I'm feeling it like everything is which we have discussed about, everything is that it cover, and slicing part is also covered over in my last video itself. Okay, so I'm not giving much time over here. Just try to get it map as per the need itself. Whatever why we are getting this output, try to understand that concept first. Okay, with my theory part and with this code also. Now going further with the dictionary section. So if we're talking about the dictionary section, let me remove this. So in the dictionary section, we have discussed about there is a key and there is a value we have to get it assigned. So if we're talking about this, just to check the data type itself, this command is we are using it just to identify the data type. Then in that case, dict is one of the data type, it is get response. Now over here itself, D2 is the dictionary, we are creating it and we are giving 3 keys over here itself and the values get it assigned to it. Okay, so that was one other thing. Now inside of it, I want to get it add new values on the top of it. That's also we can do it. That's I'm doing it over here itself. If I try to print it D2, I can able to print each and every keys and the values to be get it printed. Now if I want to delete something, I can delete it using this keyword. If I want to go ahead further with that, try to copy the whole dictionary to the another dictionary which we call as a D3. Then in that case, if I in that D3, if I try to delete Mohan itself, which we have put it over here as a key, that we can do it, and that belonging value also get it deleted. Okay, if I want to update a new entry which in the name of the Ankur itself, I can do that also. So at the time of the updation itself, we can do that very well, and it's coming at the end itself. Now if I'm talking about to print only the keys, we can do that. If you want to print only the items, we can do that using this. And if I wanted that what exactly the value we have it for the Mohan, like what exactly this is the key I'm giving it, I wanted to be print the value itself, I can able to get that result also. Okay, let me compile this code. So the value you can able to see Mohan having burger, that's a value we have assigned it to our dictionary. 1 minute, something is get hanged, that was the reason I have paused the video. Okay, so we are seeing the burger as the value we are seeing over here itself for the Mohan is burger. If I'm talking about the other sections also, you can able to see like we are getting these over here itself, we are seeing the keys, we are able to see the keys and the values both the items. As we are calling the items, then in that case we are seeing the keys and the values both. If we are calling only the keys itself, then in that case we are getting only the keys in front of us itself. Okay, if I'm talking about the other section where we just want to figure out, we want to print the whole list over there itself, that we can get it very easily. And if we want to see what exactly data type, that we can get it by this. Okay, so I hope like everything is tried to cover in the practical part, even the theory part itself, both the concept bit clear. If you're not able to understand, just go through, just try to break the video in 2 parts, go with the practical section covering the list first, and then go for the dictionary and go for the code once again for the dictionary. Then after that you can able to understand both the concept very well. So don't go in one shot, try both the things at the same time. No, don't go for it. Go try to break the videos in 2 parts and then go for that code section for it. It's a bit easy for you to understand the concept. That was the reason I just tried to compare it in both the different code itself, so that it's a bit easy for you to grasp it very well. Okay, I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.